Stolman, our official for this one. His 20th game on the 7 series. It would be a massive upset if PNG could roll Canada, who this time last week were chasing a spot in the Cup final. A knock on there from the kickoff, and Papua New Guinea will have the feed to the scrum.
Well, during the break and between the quarterfinals of the Cup that we saw here at the HSBC Sydney Sevens, it was fantastic. I went for a walk around the concourse, this magnificent stadium, this amazing crowd, and our game is very blessed. And I can tell you what, Sean Maloney, I'm sweating. And I was just walking around, so for these guys, I'd hate to think what it's like.
It is crazy hot. Okay. Papua New Guinea, as we said, they won't mind the warmth here in Sydney, and they pile in here in front of their sticks and do nicely to retain possession, and going to try and work Canada down their left edge. A nice flick back inside from the captain, Kalua, one of our favourite players out of the Papua New Guinean team. Passing has improved out of sight across the last couple of days. That time round, they just get the real estate all wrong and going to touch. They'll be Canadian, throw a line out, but they have really come on. Yeah,
they have, and that's a mistake that they're going to have to learn from before they get to Hong Kong, is that once they start flirting with the touchline, they've got to start aiming back in field. You can't just get cheaply taken outside, out of the field of play and give possession back to the opposition.
Okay, here they come, Canada. Wrapping around goes Hammond. In the hands of Zaruba. Zaruba. He's big, he's fast, and he has the first try.
He was such a threat in Wellington 7 days ago. 25th try. First here in Sydney over the weekend. And last week he scored 6 in the capital, of just doing exactly what he did there, coming back against the grain. He is a BU. He's a big unit. 120 Ks.
I like that.
And he can run.
I like that. And he's got sublime skills. We saw him last year in Paris produce one of the most stunning tries you've ever seen. And if you want to have a look at that, head to the World Rugby YouTube channel. In fact, if you're not across World Rugby's social media channels, you have to be, because we've got all the re-live action from day one, some incredible highlights from yesterday, day one of the women's series here as well. So that is the place to be while you're watching our coverage. You might be cooling off at home with a cool one. This is how we're trying to keep the guys' temperatures down here at the SFS, at the Sydney Football Stadium. Bucket hats on the bench. I love it. Slap back. Low full of foul. Nice offload in the tackle there from Hammond. Here goes again. Zaruba has 1 try, and you can put him down for 2. He reaches out, and I'm 99% sure he's found the try line, Willie Lossa.
Well, it's 1-on-1. They're going to confer here. No problems with the grounding. Touch a problem here.
Okay.
They're just going to check on that. That's the only problem that they will have. Did he touch the touchline before he put the ball down? Zaruba gets the ball down there. That's try. No problem at all. And poor old William Tirang. It was a 1-on-1 when Zaruba got the ball, and William Tirang must have thought that he was in London and there was a double-decker bus coming towards him.
It's the right colour, isn't it?
Exactly.
Spot on. Weapon, that man.
Well, second try in 60 seconds, and great play from Canada. Great wit, great passing, and there it is, the 1-on-1. Tirang says, "Are you kidding me?"
Conversion is off to the left, and the score stays. Canada 12, PNG get the score. Adam Zaruba with his second in Sydney. It's going to beat everyone initially, and Eventually comes back for Canada. Moonlight plays scrum half, gets a nice quick ball away, and Zaruba goes one wider to Fuller foul. That is not a good proposition if you're Papua New Guinea. And Zaruba and Fuller foul working in tandem down that far left-hand side. Now Moonlight with the ball out in front of Hammond. That's a lovely ball around the corner. So good, in fact, the man outside wasn't ready for it. And they'll go on quickly, Canada, and they'll have to go back to the mark to go.
Well, they're dominating possession, and Papua New Guinea have missed 4 tackles. They've made 5, but they've missed 4. And really, in the game of sevens, that is a killer. There you can see the efficiency rate for Canada at 100%, 55 for the poor tuk-tuks, and they're going to have to do some more defending inside their own 22.
Can they get it wide to Zaruba for a potential first half hat trick? Nope, they'll come back to Fuller foul with a little check run to the line, just held up the defence, and then finds himself chalking up 5 points of his own. 29 in his career, and he really has stepped up this weekend with some of their key players missing. No Sean Duke, no Nathan Hirayama. That's the ball there, that's the high shot really. That's the reason why they were given the penalty. They came back, they took it from the mark, and then they just bounced back to the blind side. Mike Fualifau, one-on-one, see you later, too easy. You've got to get a shoulder on this guy, otherwise he's just going to go through you like a knife through butter. Easy third try. Okay. And that is a sweet conversion off the boot of Kay. Canadians are happy.
And Sean, well, the circuit, the HSBC 7 Series rather, moves to Vegas and then to Vancouver. And I know these pitches going live into Vancouver, they'll be looking forward to their home series, and they'll be proud of what their team have achieved in the first 6.5 minutes.
That's a sellout. Vancouver Sevens. They are going to go berserker again. It was an incredible tournament last year. They're all top shelf on the HSBC Sevens World Series. This better for Papua New Guinea. Across they go to Kapana. Kapana hooks the kick back in field. He's got some support. Canada do nicely to get back, and they'll have a chance to potentially score a try here. Fuller foul. He switches to the two-time try scorer in his first half, Zaruba, who's happy just to wear that one into the turf. Takes one for the team on that occasion. It's a nice short ball, and here they come again. Canada, here comes Moonlight. Johnny Moonlight makes it a 24-point game.
Well, they used to have a player in their team with the surname of Danskin, and I'm not joking. And when Danskin gave it to Moonlight, it was exactly that. Great work from Harry Jones, though, to get back, because he initially got back, defused the situation, and there he was, just giving the assist to Kay. Kay to Moonlight, looked a little bit forward, but the officials say no problem at all. And John Moonlight, he didn't need a second invitation to the try line.
Nice short passing from the Canadians, and Moonlight with a clear run to the line. It's been all Canada in the first half, and they are now up by 26 against PNG. Go.
That was his Gangnam style move.
Shows you how hot it is. It's hot and hot and sweaty stuff. Second half is underway, and it is poor work from Canada off the PNG restart. This is better from the Puk-Puks. Stringing their passes together and going in. Listen to the crowd. They love the Puk-Puks in Sydney. Terrain, the try scorer.
Third try, second World Series. And that is beautiful sevens play from the kickoff. 24 seconds after the mistake from Canada. They get the ball back, and then it's all about angles. Have a look at the lines that they run here. Canada can't take the ball from the kickoff, and then they go to work. The Puk-Puks, the angled run coming back against the grain, and then the step Just too easy here. Have a look at this, the dummy through the gap, and Terang gets the first 5-pointer of this match for Papua New Guinea.
Gee, that was impressive from PNG. Through pool play yesterday, really, they served us up some sensational tries against Scotland, Australia, even New Zealand. Their women's side played well over here as well. I'm liking the look of PNG, I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, they won qualification by winning the South Pacific. Obviously, Fiji and Samoa are still there, so they will be hard to beat in Hong Kong in a couple of months' time.
Moonlight. Over the top. He goes to the Canadian flyer who gets on the outside. Jordan with a run to the line. There's cover coming back, but Jordan has the footwork to get it done.
24 years young, the welcoming party come around to celebrate with them. Clean pair of heels as well from Jordan. Saw him during the warm-up downstairs where he was just going through some paces. He is an athlete. He is a wonderfully built athlete, and that's just a sign of it. Using your pace to get on the outside, the sweeper comes across, and then some footwork here, just puts on the handbrake. A little bit of screech, and he just brings it around to improve the position. Great breakout, great response from Canada.
Conversion's good. Canadian fans can dance with more joy. Just going back to what you said in that first half when Canada's John Moonlight scored. Actually, we'll come back to that in a second. Willie, is this one slapped back by Canada initially, and Papua New Guinea go in. Oh, good hands from PNG. Players in motion on the outside. Ball back in field there from Patala. He's going to be knocked on by Canada, and PNG will take a little bit of a result out of that run. Yeah, so Moonlight, so you're 100% that there was a guy named Danskin in the Canadian team?
Yes, there was. We're going back about 10 years ago. One of the players had a surname Danskin, and it wasn't John Moonlight, it was his brother, who was a top and prolific try scorer for them as well. So the two Moonlights, and there's one Danskin.
That's beautiful stuff. Danskin in the Moonlight. Danskin in the Moonlight. Got it. PNG got it going on here. Great hands again from PNG. Here he goes again. Terang. Terrific defense. He gets the ball away. Terang. PNG are in again.
Oh, take a bow, Papua New Guinea. Not one of the regular core teams on the HSBC Sevens World Series circuit. I'll tell you what, though, this heat is making them feel at home. That's the reason they've come alive. They've been like bats down in Wellington because it was too cold for them. They didn't want to get out of the cave. But here in Sydney in the sunshine, Terang, Hammond comes across, makes a copybook tackle, but the presence of mind to get to his feet, to flip the ball up. And on hand was Freddie Rova. Gets over.
Version no good, and the margin sits at 23. That is a beautiful restart as well from PNG. It's going to suck back their side of halfway as well. It's like a fizzing pitching wedge from 100 out, and it's going to give Papua New Guinea the chance to potentially score another here. That's play on. I don't believe it. PNG have crossed once more, and it's the money man, Willie Terang, getting the 5-pointer.
Well, he gets a brace here in Sydney, and he will remember this moment because they really have come to play in the second half. Terang picks up a double, and it's a support play again. The lines they run, the fact that they make decisions. You've got a nanosecond to make a decision in sevens, and so you back yourself. The scoop and the pickup from Terang was world class, and so was the finish.
How good's this guy as well? Coming off the bench, Patala kept it alive, back in field to Terang.
Great thing about our game is anybody can beat anybody on their given day. And if Papua New Guinea could have started the way that they're finishing, it could have easily been a different story.
Canada led by 26 at the break. They've been outscored 15 points to 7 in this second half by the Sydney crowd's second team this weekend. Full of foul, Ducks under one. Gets past another. Goes in reverse now. Still trucking. Full of foul. Oh, he's run through the entire team. Full of foul. Finally, they put him down on halfway. Jordan. Jordan gets it back to Moonlight. Who's going to knock on the turf? Papua New Guinea, they'll be happy to have a dip here up the middle of the field. They go wide. Kapana. The crowd want another try to the man in the black, gold and red. All the Canadians there on side. That's gone back. That's play on, as there was no breakdown. In fact,
what about the scoop up by Opa when they were going back? They're going to get down to 6 players for Canada. Lettner's in the bin, and PNG will look to try and make it 20.
6 red Nick.
They just get settled here. PNG. Love what Patala has done for his side since coming on in his second half. They call the switching field, and then finally Baraman takes it into contact. 7 on 6. A minute and a half into injury time. That's okay, that's not bad. Just needs to stay away from the touchline, and does better than that. Gets the pass back in field as well. Well, Patala has a bit of heat coming down on him.
Well, they've got an extra 90 seconds. We're in referee's time at the moment. And it really is hot potato time for the Papua New Guineans, just keeping the ball alive. 7 on 6.
Patala. Dummy switch and going through. And going all the way is Arnie Clement. It's the perfect finish for PNG in Sydney. They won't win it against Canada, but they have outpointed their opponents big time in this second half.
Oh, 4 tries in the second half to this team, and it's about playing what's in front of them, taking the ball to the line. A couple of missed tackles there from the Canadians, and Clement has been wonderful for them in Wellington last week, and here in Sydney they will just be saying bring on Hong Kong.
And they ran him up in fives as well. No conversion successful off the boots of the Papua New Guinean kickers. At full time, it is Canada 33, PNG 20. Next up, it is